In Metro PD headquarters, Ichika and a higher-up is having a meeting. Talking about Ichika getting in contact with hongou Hina and asking what the hell is she plotting. Plotting? Ichika then denies the allegations and said her business with her is personal. The superintendent general then offers Ichika her old position in the gang unit, maybe to also closely monitor her activities. Ichika, known for her pragmatic and sometimes brutal methods, is trying to ensure the cops stay out of her personal business regarding the newly formed female-only underground fighting organization she and her friends created. The man across the table dismisses her initial request, suggesting they are too busy for small-time punks. However, Ichika has a final, crucial request. She wants access to the secret police list of super fucked-up psycho-criminals. The final panel shows the list displayed on a laptop, a clear objective for the group who aim to manage the complex and dangerous individuals within the underground fighting world. She then headed back and waited for further information. Ichika reflected on the situation, realizing that she had only involved herself with an ordinary schoolgirl, yet it was already enough to draw the attention of the superintendent general. This could only mean that the rumors were gaining traction. A wide grin slowly spread across her face as she realized that hongou Hina could be useful to her. In the next panel, while preparing meat, Nozomi said Valkyria cannot last much longer than it is. Hana, on the other side, was shocked by what she heard. Nozomi then explains their momentum will start to plummet from here on out if we don't change something soon. Hana then is a bit confused because they're making bank with each show and eating in this fancy place proves it. Nozomi explains further, after Hina announced the 5 million yen reward, they got flooded with fight requests. But she kept beating them within single blows, and the requests receded. She is just too damn strong. But Hana commented that today she will be fighting against a former national champ, so there shouldn't be a way she can one-shot her too, right? But it still happened. This is, by the way, the fight that happened in Chapter 0 where she countered the flicker jab of Toju ran in an instant. Yay, perfect revolution! The Revolution Princess is at it again. Nozomi now is more depressed and is planning on doing something about it. Inside a room, Hina said, "I'm winning wrong?" Nozomi confronted Hina about her matches. They know she is hella strong, but suggest her to prolong her matches. But Hina replied the customers like her matches, though. Nozomi further explains that it is, for now at least. Valkyria's main profit comes from gambling and customers bet on the fighter they want to win. If the two combatants happen to have a huge gap in strength, then there's no gamble. "Are you asking me to take a dive?" Hina asks. "No, just don't dominate too much." Nozomi then clarifies that just make it seems close. Hina then suggests that just bring in more stronger fighters that can fight her. For example, someone like you. All of a sudden, Hina launches an attack to Nozomi during their conversation. Nozomi suddenly went on a serious mode and anticipated her attack and dodges to the left. But, boom! Hina went for a low blow and that caught Nozomi off guard. Hina followed that up while Nozomi is in agony with a 12-6 elbow shot and intend to land it on the back of Nozomi. Then again, Nozomi anticipated it just in time. Before Hina's elbow shot could land, Nozomi spun around to dodge it while simultaneously countering with a spinning elbow of her own. Hina blocked the spinning elbow by her palm and said, "Ooh, look at that! Aren't you strong, Nozomi?" Nozomi then de-escalates the confrontation and tries to stop the fight. But Hina is very intrigued, a slowpoke, like her, can this be strong? Nozomi insists of not fighting, but Hina is persistent. What can she do to make her play more? Then Hina looked up and remembered something. "Ah, I know!" Hina then talked about the chemical weapons. Hana and Nozomi are both shocked about what Hina said. "Aren't you curious where the Army of God's chemical weapons whereabouts?" Hina's aura became ominous. Then she offered again, "If you could win against me, you can be a big hero." The fight continued with Hina throwing a left hook to Nozomi, but she kept her guard up. Then a flashback occurred in the next panel. In the previous chapters, when they kidnapped Hina and they went in an abandoned warehouse, Ichika talked about the chemical weapons that went missing. Rumors is that Hina got them, and if she does, that explains why the public safety dropped her case in an instant. Although Ichika can't prove it yet, an internal monologue suggests that this can be their chance where the police will owe them big time on locating the weapons' whereabouts. The fight continues when Nozomi threw a low kick, but Hina leapt towards Nozomi. Hina then threw a winding right straight at Nozomi. Although she kept dodging, Hina then turned right and had a follow-up left. Nozomi's eyes widened on the upcoming attack. Hina went rushing at her insanely fast, throwing that left straight. As it went in full motion, Nozomi barely dodges again on the right. Hina seems impressed and said, "Nice." Hana is watching while saying, "Nozomi's form is as fine as ever," suggesting us that Nozomi has previous fighting experience. As Hina throws fast, rapid combinations, nothing hits her mark. Nozomi always barely dodges them. Hina changes her tempo and released a haymaker of a left towards Nozomi. As the left strike is just about to hit, Nozomi timed it and tackled Hina, grabbing both of her legs and lowering her position. As the two went to the ground, Nozomi transitioned and grabbed Hina's leg into a leg lock. Nozomi then praised Hina about how strong she is but added that that's exactly as her shortcoming. She added that she never fought someone before who is equal or near her level. Also, Nozomi commented that Hina throws big, powerful swings, but that creates an opening. Good enough to capitalize even on a lower level like her. Hana further explains that Nozomi is just being modest. She actually went far on pro-level MMA and has a lot of fighting experience. Then all of a sudden, Nozomi felt something. Even at an advantageous position and Hina's leg is on a leg lock, Hina lifted Nozomi's entire body off the ground. Hina then realized what the two are talking about. "So my inexperience and my wide swings is what you exploited, right? You did it again. That's just so amazing, Nozomi." The admiration of Hina towards Nozomi grew bigger. "You've exceeded my expectations a second time now. I know I'd relish a fight with you with every fiber of my being." Then Hina asks if she will be her opponent in her next match. Nozomi's face turned sad and explained something. Even if she wanted to, this is all she's capable of right now. Nozomi had a detached retina, and that's why she retired in pro fighting, although she didn't want to just stop, so she did a bit in underground stuff. She further explains that in her current condition she can't go toe-to-toe with someone on her prime like Hina. Hina then felt disappointed. Hina then agrees to stop their match but offers a proposal. She would love it if she could bring her someone even stronger than her. Also, she agreed to talk about the whereabouts of the chemical weapons. She actually brought it up? Ichika is surprised about what they told her. Hana further explains that she would tell the location if she end up losing. What the hell? Hina upped her game and added motivation for the trio to find stronger opponents. Ichika is more happy now and says she's on the case. After the call ended, Ichika seems to be talking to someone. She asks them if they had eaten, but suggests eating to fancy foods after winning big. One thanks her for the food and the other asks a question. "Are you serious about beating the shit out of one brat can win us 5 million yen?" Ichika then clarifies yes, but suggests to not kill her though. Also, she added she is not a normal brat, she is a freak. She downed a former national champ in one hit. Former? Well, there is nothing former about us. We're on active duty. The girl on the right is Sanariku. We're down to scrap, says the girl on the left. She is Sanariko. Ichika introduces them as the Sana sisters, also known as the Psycho sisters. They are currently the best find of Ichika to go against hongou hina. The last panel shows about a girl talking to a man. The man said, "You're quite serious? You will be leaving us to fight on an insignificant organization just like that?" The girl talks in an accent, she. The nature of the people is to flow where the money lies. I will acquire 5 million yen. I hope I replicated what she said. Basically, this new girl may also challenge Hina for the prize money. Yuzuha Lee, the latest fighter to be included in the story. So now we have the Sina sisters and Yuzuha gunning for hongou hina. Tune in again to find out what will happen next.